Hey everyone, it's Bree and I'm back with another scrapbook process video for the SpiegelMom Scraps design team. And I am working with a bunch of sequin mixes for this mini album. I am creating a tag mini album in this video, and I just reached into my sequin stash that I have and that I'm trying to use up for this month. And I'm going to be creating shakers using some of these tags that I received from the stamp market in one of my Hip Kit Club kits. Now, when I do create a shaker, I do like to add different mixes into them, and it's a quick way to get, like if you have a little bit left in a sequin mix or you want to mix some colors, sequin shakers are a perfect way to get a lot of use out of your sequins. So I received these tags in an ephemera pack by the stamp market, and I loved them so much. Like I thought about adding them onto a layout and maybe, cutting some of them, but I wanted to leave them as is. Now I say that and I covered up a lot of them, but they're still intact and I thought they would make a cute tag mini album. And when I saw that 3 of the tags had like cutouts, this one that I'm working with here is says create. There's one that says hello, and then there's an ampersand on the right top of my screen. I knew that those would be perfect for sequin shakers. So I created my first sequin shaker as I was talking, and it was fairly easy, as you could see. So what I did was I just glued down a piece of acetate that I had already trimmed before I turned on my camera. And then I also trimmed a piece of vellum. That way I could back my shaker with that as well. So I did some prep work before I turned on my camera. That way everything was ready to go and it could move smoothly and quickly, since I did leave a lot of the, or actually all of the footage in when I created these shakers. So I glued down my acetate, and then I'm using a thin foam strip to create an area for my sequins to sit. And I usually use the ones on the right, they're by Doris. But for this, I believe for these ones, I think I used the longer strips that are basically the exact same ones by Doris, but they're just longer, and scrapbook.com carries those. So what I do is I take the release paper off of one side, or the other side basically, and then I manipulate the tape to go around whatever shape I need it to be, or I need it to go in. That is like the easiest way to get your foam tape to go like on round edges, or see like I'm doing here. Like it just allows you to move it a little bit easier without that release tape on there. Okay, so I dug into the, excuse me, the Daydreamer sequin mix, I believe. The Gumdrops is where I'm also spooning. Oh wait, maybe I can't remember which one. I'm sorry, like I wasn't really looking when I was doing my voiceover. So right now I'm using Rising Tide, and that has got some really, really pretty blues and like aqua colors. And then I believe I used Gumdrops and then Daydreamer for the first one. So now I'm just showing you here how those shake, and it was very simple to create, and it's super fun. So now that I have the 3 shakers, I'm going to go ahead and work on the rest of my mini. I think I do, let's see, I don't think I speed it up quite yet, but I do, this is right now, it's like sped up 4 times, and then I do my next clip after this one, I speed it up 8 times because I'm kind of just fussing around with embellishing the entire thing. So like I said before, I'm working with my May Hip Kit, and I'm using these really cute foam thickers by Amy Tangerine, and then I've got the rest of the Stamp Market ephemera on my left, as well as some of the ephemera from the Dear, oh, I think that is, no, I'm sorry, that's not Dear Lizzie, that is Amy Tangerine. Okay, so I didn't talk about the photos for this mini album. My last design team layout that I just created, I think last week, featured 3 of the same photos that are in the mini album, but I had other photos of some chalk art that I did not document, and I didn't think that they needed a 12 by 12 layout specifically for those. Since I did so much chalk art, I wanted to create just like a little tiny flip through of the ones that I created, and then I included the other 3 that I had a 12 by 12 layout. So that way I can just look back and, check out my art. So the first one I think was Tinkerbell that I drew, and then these ones are Eevee and Bulbasaur. Those are Pokemon, if you're not familiar with those. And those were so much fun to create. So I just thought that having a little album dedicated to my little chalk art people or figures would be fun. All right, so I'm just embellishing and adding stickers here and there. I was pretty indecisive. Like, I did have to turn off the camera and kind of step away for a bit. I don't know if you've heard me say in a few other videos, I kind of struggle when I have a smaller canvas to work on. And I think I'm the opposite of a lot of people. I know that people that do maybe pocket scrapbooking or like traveler's notebooks, they like to be on a smaller scale because 12 by 12 layouts tend to be intimidating, which I completely understand because working on a smaller scale is very intimidating for me. So I did struggle with embellishing on these smaller tags. I don't know why. I don't know why. But I pulled through and I was able to finish it, and I'm very, very pleased. Yeah, so I'm going to move on, and here are two other photos that I'm going to be working on. I'm just kind of figuring out the layout and what pictures match with the color of the tag. So I had already shown my little Yoshi guy at the top of my other design team layout, but I didn't have the Pikachu on it. And Pikachu was actually the first one I created. His hand looks a little weird, but he's super cute. All right, so this is where I've sped it up to 8 times because I had to kind of collect my thoughts a little bit, and so I sped it up because there was quite a lot of footage with me kind of being really indecisive and trying to figure out what stickers I wanted to add, but I wanted to leave most of it in, so that's why I sped it up so much. To the right, I have pulled out some of the wood veneer hearts that are available in the shop. I think Jody may still have those in stock. I'm not sure. And the flowers are also ones that I picked up from the shop, and I think those were part of the pigment splash kit, and I can't remember which one, so I'm sorry, but check out the shop if you are interested in any of those. All right, so I think I'm getting ready to embellish my last page, I think I may have hopped around a bit, and that's usually what happens when I get stuck. I kind of move on to the next one, and then I'll go back and try to fill in any holes or go back and work on other little tags or whatever I'm working on. So I love this little puppy sticker. It says, create beautiful things. And that little rooster, I think he's a rooster, Hey Hey from Moana is probably my favorite chalk art that I did. And obviously that was probably the last one that I did. So you can tell that I had some practice and it got better. All right, so since I did have sequin shakers in 3 of the tags, I felt that I needed more sequins throughout my tag mini album. So this is when I pull out the Daydreamer sequin mix, and then I go ahead and add some sequins here and there and scatter those around some of the tags. I did staple on some ribbon just to give, I mean, I love when ribbons stick out from mini albums, like ribbons or thread or like pom-pom trim. I just love the look of it. So that's why I did add some extra ribbon onto some of those tags. And then I did pull one of these tassels. I got them in my April hip kit last month and wanted to add one of Paige Evans' tassels from her Bloom Street collection, and it's super cute. So I did slow this down, or this is in normal speed. This is just me walking you through my finished album. I did add some black stitching onto the first tag, and then you can see the sequins underneath the word create. So that's my little first sequin shaker. I did add one of those bows, and I think that is also by Amy Tangerine. I'm not sure. And I also did put some pocket light cards on the back of the sequin shaker tags so that it would cover up the back of the sequin shaker. So there's my Eevee and my Bulbasaur. So cute. I love the color scheme of that tag. It's so cute. And then here's the ampersand with the what is it called? I'm sorry, Ride the Tide. I don't know why I said Rise the Tide. Excuse me. So yeah, that's Ride the Tide. And then here is Stitch and Dory. So cute. I added some puppy stickers from my old Dear Lizzie collection on that one. I stapled some white pom-pom trim on this tag. And I did add a strip of the Stamp Market washi tape. So cute. And then there is, I think that is the gumdrop mix. So fun. I did add enamel dots also from the Stamp Market. And I backed that tag as well. I did add one of those wood veneer hearts from SpiegelMom Scraps. And here's the last page with Hey Hey and some tangled thread and a few sequins. And that's it. I had so much fun creating this. It was so neat to be able to document my chalk art and to just have a fun mini album to sit on my shelf. But don't forget to use my code Brianna15 to save you 15% off in the shop. Here are some up close shots. Thank you so much for watching, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye.